final day. This is it. You know, that long group stage, the grueling last couple of days, all come down to this, the moments that are in front of us. I don't know who's going to walk away with this. I think looking at yesterday's games, I felt coming into yesterday, I was like, okay, I kind of understand the leaderboard. And then it got switched on its head. We have Omicron up there now, Ents solidifying form. We've had Tornado Energy looking deadly. I mean, where do we go with this, Rich?
James set it up perfectly. Europe is one of the most electrifying regions within PUBG esports, and we're now at a point, and people could argue this, but I would argue back, this is the most stacked lobby, not only for a grand finals, but for one of the esports events that we have within PUBG in forever. Like, this is the cream of the crop, the tip of the top. You don't get much more tight than this. When you have 7 teams that are all only separated by 20.
Circle here. 60s, that's unfortunate. Penguins might be gifted something at the back of that. Let's see if they make anything of it. You can see that they're clamoring for it, and actually there's 2 more up on that top side who can still do a bit more as well. Tornado Energy getting involved, and it's Quizzy to find the first. These boys don't need help. Let's not make it any easier for Tornado Energy right now. They are absolutely beasting it, and they've continued to do so.
I can't believe that we're 4 minutes into the game and teams are literally kicking the hell out of one another. Hell, enough. You've been a bit of a scout and looking for information. Let's regroup. Oh, no. This is devastating for FaZe Clan. Fuzz tanked up. Tekka's, when you're down in 16th as well, let's be completely blunt and real here, Lauren. For GF, there's nothing to lose. You've got 43 points. This has been a rough tournament from you. They are now going to be so confident in the fact that they can do whatever they want. You can be stupid. You can just run at these people. You can cause FaZe Clan all kinds of problems if you so wish. And we're losing Uber already. That is a massive scalp to be removing from the side of FaZe Clan.
Not a good start to the FaZe Sunday. We've got to see a little bit more than that. And yeah, as you said, Game for them have nothing to lose in this. For them, everything's a potential bonus. With potential have gone down in 16th, they'll be the first team out at this point.
Lights have given this up at this stage. Team eyeing for the north. Tomo goes down. I think that's the second member of Tempest falling victim here. And after a disastrous competition thus far, down in 13th, and I say disastrous because I hold them to a higher standard after some of the performance we've seen. I mean, hell, remember, this was the team of Tempest that got 3 wins in a row. Miramar, Gustav, second one to fall. He was the high fragger coming into FaZe today. He is...
How they're going to deal with that? Na'Vi and Tornado Energy. Big battle. Kemba already going to claim 1 to his name. That's only the knock. He got the kill earlier. Got to be careful with how he plays this now. Surrounded on both fronts. Can't handle it. As Quizzy, an example, get involved in the matter. Fire from further away. Going to keep each team on their toes. But for now, Na'Vi get taken out of this compound. And Besto and Tab simply couldn't get there in time. I don't know where Bestalock is. It must be nearby. Probably on the same sort of hillside. But Tornado Energy, that could have been clean. Tab at least takes one with him and continues the pressure back towards Tornado Energy. So some of those big teams, you know, we talked
about the more money you're going to be making at the end of the day. So if you can take out a target, which is beneficial in every single way, then you will do so. Michael finds one.
We're ablaze right now. I want to see this.
So Blaze have actually hit them.
Yeah. Again, I know Liquid, Northern Lights, it's the big names, but also Tornado Energy are going to be in a very close quarter battle. Here we go. Yeah, this one I want to see, because remember, Na'Vi are on the hillside.
Wow.
So Tornado Energy don't have as much room as I think they might. Well, they probably are aware of it, but they don't have that much room to make plays around here. Blaze, I don't know if they're fully aware either. Unity need to get into the circle. They've got Redline and GF Game Frame in the way. Lazar, Apocalypse all pulling up, but those shots from afar, that's Na'Vi. Now, honestly, to Na'Vi's benefit, they could let this play out, but Example's been knocked, so this is looking pretty poor. Quizzy might have to go into survival mode, get out of there, and try and find a bit of safety elsewhere, but this is not fun. This is not easy. 35 HP. This is down to maybe a shot or 2, and there's teams aplenty around here. That compound he's heading to for the area in that eastern crater. Na'Vi on the hillside, if they only had those 4 players, that'd be a big position. The north is littered with teams, and well, the south and the west, where do you go? Look at the east side as well. There isn't much cover here.
There isn't, so a lot of them will try and just slow walk this one in, either to the east or the west, to be fair. Try and work off the back of the crater itself.
Okay, so the more central point is eastern on that, obviously, right? So Liquid kind of hold a lot of the cards there. I'll come back to that. Yeah, now BSD did just find Rustamar, so I want to keep my eyes on Ents because they're also one of those people up towards the top here. Now, the Wildcats are certainly close by to them. A couple of the teams could cost them. Rustamar has not been flushed yet, but Unity in dire straits. But again, Unity are in 14th. My eyes are starting to look towards the top of that table. If you aim within that top 8, I'm not going to be paying so much attention to you unless you do something magical. And Set almost did that yesterday. That kind of 2v1 sort of crazy scenario that happened. And yeah, Rustamar just about getting knocked again. Set there, nice handling onto one. The nade found Arb and Set again. This man is just the Terminator. An individual god.
On the left-hand side, that's probably T-Bone. Maybe trying to pincer, temper, so just get them away from Omakan to give them a clear point of entry, but this could be bad. Two players back of the bike, knocks one, comes through. Squeaky goes down in the kill feed as well. Jimty stepped up, and all of a sudden Tempest, well, they're getting flooded. Look at this, Pixels holding on for dear life, but the molly, it's so deadly. Two players fall simultaneously, one of them's burnt at the wayside. T-Bone has Page in front of them. Jempty, can you stay alive here? This is so bad. This is not good. Steps on one. Pixel, what are you doing? You're breaking them alive. This was not supposed to happen. Oh, no, no. Second place is demolished and goes down in 12th. It's mutual. Happen right at the 118 mark where Omakan had. Oh, this is crazy. This is making it even more wilder and more tighter at the top. There's space and an opportunity for Na'Vi to do so.
There. Whoa.
Imagine they were on the edge.
Yeah.
It's not the it is safety, but it's getting out of that once a circle. If it pulls away from that, becomes the unfortunate thing. Good points for Northern Lights, though. Fantastic job onto Enzo. Stab Liquid in the back. Should they engage with FaZe Clan? TSM, by the way, Fex is on top of this hill. Let's not forget about that. He is on top of the crater.
Hold on.
TSM...
Northern Lights. That was a knock and a flush. James just got one. I'm pretty sure someone else was knocked, and that was from another team. I think the Wildcats might.
Wow, this could be a
they
huge.
They can catch
and you
FaZe
know what?
or Liquid.
TSM have so much safety as well, Lauren. That's the most important thing. No one's basically behind them. The bullets, they begin to rain down from above. For some, this will be hellfire. For TSM, it could be heaven. We'll see how it unfolds as FaZe, Liquid, and Northern Lights. Well, we'll see who goes down first and who'll be picking up the points afterwards.
It's a godsend that for some reason Wildcats aren't landing these shots as cleanly as before. Now they are. Here we go. This is going to be it. FaZe have gone down. They're out in 9th. It's down to Liquid trying to stay alive and the Northern Lights trying to leave this compound. But they're losing out on players. K-Mine just can't make it out of this area. They're stuck in the blue. They're stuck in smokes. There is so little to work with. And now Northern Lights are in that predicament. Do we turn and fight? Is this the best chance for us to get a couple of points while we can? And I think that might be the play. As everyone else is falling, Tab's just gone for Na'Vi. Vex just found James. And it looks like for now, with Batulins finding James on the flush, how many are left for Liquid? It might just be one. I think it's just Mexi at this point, still barely alive. And Northern Lights have somehow come out the better of this, but for how long? You've got to feel there's a moment in which this will all fall apart. And, well, Batulins is still alive. He's not in yet, but he's at that very foot of the hill. So, again, this could still be Northern Lights desperately trying to hold on to the slimmest of margins, anything they can do to try and jump any of these teams. Batulins goes down, that's 11, and there, Liquid have fallen. So for now, Northern Lights are still putting up numbers. They're still clawing on and holding on to this as best they can. It's just Spyro trying to beat the blue as it stands, but TSM, what's your plan from now on? I love the fact they've had Iroh out there. They've had, Fex keeping hold of that south side. It looks like Northern Lights should be losing out soon. I don't think Spyro can out heal this one. No, he cannot. But he doesn't give away points. And that's how they jump to first place. Northern Lights up in first, 122 points out of this. But now the game becomes, how much can TSM do? They're in 6th. They're in a very strong position. They can farm some points here.
They can. More importantly, they could be beating broken teams here. It all depends how IW's fight goes with Redline. If anything, it's just going to be a distraction, but there was a shot from the side. Miracle goes down. Rupture moves on to Michael as well. Will they get the revive? Yes, they will. They'll hit it for now, but Ibis is lurking slowly but surely. Listens, hits him in the face, goes for the follow-up. Beautiful shot comes through. And IW instantly is just removed from the map. We move on board with TSM. Miracu's back on his feet and they're looking toward the side of Blaze. Blaze, the next ones who will move into Redline from the backside. For TSM, this is a great game thus far. Position, placement, but how many more kills can you pull out of this one? If Redline keeps going, they'll just be taking the frags away from them. And remember, being up in that top 7 to get a jump onto this, they need to be taking some bodies. Who's in the center? It's Lipsin. Do we have a read in his position? Could he be the snake in the grass that TSM do not check for? We shall see. Redline have still got to make their approach and find one. They'll work on the edge of the crater itself. They could even dip down low if they wanted to, just to use the topography to try and find an alternative angle onto TSM from the left. TSM doesn't pay attention. That's where they could be punished, but they're playing the right-hand side of this lip. So for them, it gives them a good amount of a defensive stance and denies vision from Redline. Redline have also, if TSM overstep this one, imagine if Redline just sweep on the back side of the actual lip itself. I think TSM's too smart to let that happen, to be fair. But at the moment, they're so fixated on Blaze and the movement that they're denying the central position. They have to take control of this one, but I think it'll be Redline who probably instigates all this. Get into the back of Blaze, and then let TSM jump in.
Wait and see. Iro's found Rip. Yeah, there's only so many angles available to Blaze. That's a problem. You can't be safe from both sides. And for now, they're more worried about Redline. If Redline do come over to this side of the hill, then Blaze are in trouble. But now I want to wonder how TSM want to approach this. Because if they go on the eastern side, obviously, they're going to get spotted out by Blaze. And then Redline can pick away at them. They go towards the west. It's a little rough of a run. The cover's just not there, really. So I'm wondering what TSM's plan is. And I don't see much utility on Iro anymore. 6 kills already, though. That is very good signs here. But again, for the likes of Redline and Blaze, they don't have to move. They're somewhat comfortable. If I'm TSM, I'd like a bit more ground to play with.
I suppose they can work with the trees and the little bumps on the side of this cliff face. Redline is still holding point for now. For Blaze, they'll all just lay down and see who makes the first mistake, to be honest. There's other options, I suppose, for TSM if they want to take it down low, but then they become open to the vision that Redline will have by the elevation they will get on the top side of this one. For a while now, Fex has been just hanging back, holding Redline and keeping information so they can't be swept. Now cheeky players come across from the left-hand side and just come behind. Like a huge flank would be devastating for TSM, but given how it works and how this whole ridge moves, it'll be devastating. That's devastating itself. Apocalypse. Good long ball grenade coming out of Michael. Has to confirm it, which he does. You could see his health already dropping down. That's because TSM know instantly. If anything's going to move, they're going to shoot at it. Everyone slowly will be pushed in. Ira's gone a little bit further afield to give TSM more of a bit of a lifeline within this circle, because it is Blaze that hold the most central area, so everyone else will have to work towards them. But with Lipsid and Lazar laid down, again, with them moving, the guns will be put away, so they're just sitting ducks should they get caught. You have to be stood. When you're laying down like this, you literally cannot move. You move left or right, your gun gets put away. Smokes are down, so the first and probably only little bit of utility that TSM was holding has been committed. Once Redline come over that lip, Lauren, I mean, for me, they're completely open to the elements. There's no cover whatsoever, while TSM can actually use the trees.
Yeah, exactly. TSM have those trees for a little bit, and they can keep Iro a little bit further back. Redline are going to opt to go on the other side of the hill. It's completely open. It's a last-ditch attempt, and it's all they can work with. Michael down to a one-shot. Ivus on the back, but Blaze being quiet in this. This could be the moment for Blaze to be that third party, maybe wanting another knock before they get involved. This could be what they're holding back on, utilizing those smokes to try and play late. Lazar's getting mobile, though. You could see him potentially considering options. Ivus still stands, and Michael going on the revive here, and there's simply not enough grenades or anything utility-wise the TS can put down. There we go. A couple more being put through now. Trying to keep them further back. This is nice from Vard. A little individual, but you got to try and make the plays. I like it. Right next to Iro as well. Molly's on Ivus. Going to see him. That's Ivus gone. Deleted. Where's the rest of them? Oh, Vard flashed up. Got to be careful. Hits the deck. And where is the return fire? Fex is right beside him. They've ignored Blaze and gone, right, Redline. That's the target. Marv did answer back and find Vard, but Michael still stands, and this man's deadly, but not deadly enough today. 2 teams left, and we know who they are. Blaze on the other side, TSM on the hill. TSM to 3, and Blaze with 2. Lipsin and Lazar. The LNL combo gonna have to go big. Iro oversteps. That's That's a mistake, and it's a rare one. You don't often see it. And now it's just down to one man. Vex has to go big, or it's a loss, and this would be tragic. TSM on the point grind, and they might have just fumbled in the last second. Lazar sees him. Lazar gets him. What a mistake at the end from TSM, but great work from Blaze to capitalize on that. But I really did not expect to see that one going down the way it did.
There has to be that trade-off, right? And you touched on it ever so slightly, how TSM said, okay, with the target's red line, we have to commit to this. By taking them out, you guarantee yourself the placement jump, you guarantee yourself 3 points. They did it, come out from the bottom side, and it was the pincer. It was the right time to go, okay?